All right, and hello, and welcome to the Techie Talon Show, episode 6. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our last night's show. It was a huge one. I'm glad that you got back around for that. It was massive. It was at least 2 hours and 15 minutes.
It was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then we had a technical difficulty, and then we recorded an extra 22-minute video. So we got 2 videos worth. But it felt good to talk about the Snyder Cut because a huge movie that needed that long of time to talk about it. You know, if we had stayed on, we could have talked about it for the length of the movie.
Yeah, we probably could have talked about it.
We could have, absolutely, yeah.
But if you guys missed it, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. But on our YouTube channel, it will be 2 videos, unfortunately, because that's the way that the live stream went. But if you want to check out just it all in full, go to our Spotify, which you can do it right here. Here is the little link here. You can follow us at the Techie Talon Show on Spotify.
We're really professional.
There you can listen to our complete, without any break of technical difficulties, of our Zack Snyder cut. Man, are we in for a show tonight?
We've got some good movie news, a lot of movies going into production. We've got some gaming news as well. Some good, some bad, you know, as it is. So let's jump into the movie news, man. Techie, what do you got for me?
All right, so we're going to start off with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's official. It begins its production.
Yeah, it's begun its production, what was it, like a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 3 days ago. They shared via Twitter that the first day of production has officially started. Unfortunately, the title is not Gotta Go Faster, or It's Not Easy Being Blue, though we can't always win. This is coming from Collider. Instead, the name of the upcoming sequel, as previously reported by Collider, is simply Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Which I think is a good idea, because like if they added like a lot of movies in that, especially add like stupid, ridiculous names. Like what was it? I remember G.I. Joe, a flop of a movie from ages ago, and then they did G.I. Joe Retaliation. And I feel like action movies have always got like a ridiculous title, like, you know, Redemption, Revolution, or Retaliation. Especially with especially with that horror Resident Evil franchise. No, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is nice, simple, straightforward. It's the second movie, and I'm keen to see it. Though I would have laughed if it was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Gotta Go Fast. Just for fun, memes, for the memes, man.
I mean, you never know though. Like at this point in time, the title might just be simple with Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
By the time the movie gets closer, it actually might come out with like maybe Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Eggman's Revenge, or something like that.
Revenge of the Egg.
Revenge of the Egg.
Yeah, it would be funny if it was Revenge of the Egg. I'd have a freaking good giggle. I'd expect any type of Star Wars references just there. I think that would be good.
Return of the Egg.
The Last Egg.
See, I was actually knocking out 2. Return of the King.
Oh god, and also Rise of the Egg.
Rise of the Eggman.
The Rise of the Eggman. Or the 2 eggs. Look,
I'm not sure. Did you see the first movie?
I haven't seen the original. I haven't ever get a time. I never got so excited. No, but I know people really liked it. I definitely believe the reviews were good. It's actually a good video game.
Video game adaptation,
which is really taboo with in the film industry, because we've had a lot of bad video game movies. Anybody remember the Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
But you know, we might be living now in
the era of good video game movies,
of the golden age of video game movies.
I mean, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is going to production. We've got Mortal Kombat this year. We've had
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu was incredible. What was another one? There was another good video game movie that was That was good. I'm trying to remember what it was.
We got Dungeons and Dragons coming.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is coming. I'm trying to think of another good superhero. A good video game movie.
Well,
okay, this is an
Assassin's
old.
Creed.
No, it wasn't Assassin's Creed. I wish it was. Like, you've got such a good premise there, but it
had the potential. It just didn't work.
And also, they followed a different storyline. They made their own. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't just make your own storyline. You have to follow it a direct storyline. So, I wish that. I'm a sucker for original video game movie. I love the original Tomb Raider because it's actually a guilty pleasure for me personally.
Tomb Raider. I actually really like the new one.
Yeah, the new one was good. I didn't mind it. I played the video game. I actually liked the game. I
love this new trilogy.
Yeah, I do too. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I need to play more. I need to get back into it. But I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when it comes down to it, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and video game movies in general, I do believe what you said. We are living in the golden age of potentially good video game movies. I mean, you saw that Mortal Kombat trailer. How good was that trailer?
Yeah, it looks really good. I actually can't wait to see it.
I'm excited for it because, like, I've always wanted a really good Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight, and I really think we're going to get it in this movie. And also, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be violent, there's going to be fatalities, exactly how the game is. So,
yeah.
L to the S. And it's an Australian production, too. It was filmed in Australia.
Yeah.
Majority of the cast are Australian.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Look, Sonic 2, I'm actually looking forward to it. I was really surprised with how good the first one was. I was really surprised. I mean, granted, it was very much of a children's movie, but
Sonic was kind of made. Sonic was kind of made for kids.
It's Sonic. It's Sonic. It's supposed to be. It was always a kid thing. You know, it's the same if they decide to do a Mario movie, which I actually wouldn't mind seeing. Not that live action one that you've mentioned multiple times on the show. But I reckon if they do like an animated movie, I reckon it would boom. It would skyrocket in profits.
If they did an animated one, if like that would be the best bet, because them trying to do live action Mario, I don't think it'd work, because again, it works with Sonic because it can. But with Mario, though, they've done it once before. But the difference between the Sonic movie that we got, was it last year or the year before?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah. The difference between that one and that terrible Super Mario Brothers movie that they got was the whole story for that Mario movie was god awful, and they didn't follow the exact plot of Super Mario at all. If they wanted to follow a story that's good, you could have followed the story of Super Mario 64.
Yeah, you could have. You really could have.
You could have followed Super Mario. You could have followed Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey.
Well, this time around, yeah, definitely. I reckon they could do Odyssey, because
I reckon they could do.
In my opinion, Odyssey is. I'm a sucker for Mario 64. You know?
Anything open world with Mario.
I've still got the 64 cartridge, and you know, then they released with it for the All Stars.
Yeah.
Well, play the hell out of that. But for me, I have to say Mario Odyssey is by far, I think, the best Mario game out there.
I'm keen to see what else they do with Mario, especially with Paper Mario 2 coming out in what's it? You got Paper Mario. You got Paper Mario 2 coming out.
We just got. Do we? I thought we just got Paper Mario.
No, we got. I don't know if it's coming out. I gotta double check my sources on that about that. But yeah.
But yeah. So that's coming out. Probably. I think.
When's the release? Did they release a release date for like first trailer or anything? No release dates?
No, but currently it's set for release on April 8th, 2022.
So that'll be good. That'll be next year. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Well, while we're in the style of Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, we should move over to this one. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to do the quote. All right. Oh, righty then. Ace Ventura 3 is in the works at Amazon with Sonic the Hedgehog writing team attached.
Please tell me that Jim Carrey's attached to it.
I'm assuming so. This is the third movie, so it isn't a reboot. This is a sequel.
Oh, now I'm nervous because I love Ace Ventura. I really do. It's like one of my favorite comedies alongside Coming to America. I know that Coming to America, the second Coming to America movie was released. A lot of people did not like that movie.
No, supposedly it's not great.
But that's why I'm worried about Amazon Prime movies, because they're touching original comedies that are just good. Like, I can understand why Ace Ventura would need a sequel, because it has the potential to have a sequel, because you can always do new stories. Coming to America, you didn't need to make a sequel to that.
No, you really didn't need to make a sequel to that
and
one.
They did it, and it's a huge cash grab. Again, I've watched multiple reviews for it. Angry Joe, a YouTuber that I've mentioned here a lot, Coming to America is one of his favorite comedies, and he said that he hates this movie so much that it bastardises the original.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't wait for. I'm hoping that Ace Ventura 3 is going to be good. I mean, he's already working with this writing team already with Sonic, so he's already working with them once, and I'm assuming he's working with them twice on this.
You can't
Sonic the Hedgehog too, so he's got to have a lot of input into it, I think.
Yeah, you can't do Ace Ventura without Jim Carrey.
I mean, they already did.
Yeah, they did a terrible one where it's his son. I hated that one so much. It was terrible.
Yeah, and they also did one with his son. Again, it's strange. They do these sequels of Jim Carrey movies, and they're always his son.
Yeah.
There was the son of Ace Ventura.
That one doesn't.
And then there was the son of The Mask.
I hate that. That's on my top 10 list. My personal list of my worst movies. Son of the Mask is number 5 because I have watched that movie and I love the original Mask so much because I love the comics, the original like cartoon that it came from.
Yeah,
it was really dark and violent, and I love the movie because it tried to pay homage to it in a PG way, and I really loved it. But and that sequel they did with the CGI baby how the hell can you screw that up? How the hell can you? And also, Alan Cumming as Loki. Yeah, you're no Tom Hiddleston. Go away. Also, I hated every single aspect of the CGI in that movie. They literally made Jamie Kennedy in that movie?
I think so.
Yeah, they literally made him look like the worst mask possessor of all time. I hated every single, and I mean this. I've never really gone deep dive into this movie before. I will one day because I absolutely hate this movie. Everything about this movie is terrible. You know how much I hate Dragon Ball Evolution? This one's worse. Dragon Ball Evolution is number 8. Son of the Mask is number 5. You want to know what my number 1 is?
Sure, bring it out.
Number 1. It's been a long time since I've actually deep dived into my list. It's there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, now I remember. It's actually a horror movie.
Okay, which one?
The Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Yeah.
There is a reason why it is number 1. Because of what it did to Rooney Mara. This is the movie that nearly made her quit acting. Everything about that movie is terrible because they literally made a 1-to-1 scale shot of the original, but they changed around Freddy Krueger's story. Instead of being just this creepy child killer, they made him a pedophile. And that's wrong because he was never a pedophile in the original creation. That's why I hate it. They changed around one of cinema's greatest horror icons into a shitty fucking movie. And that's why it's number 1 for me. Because I love Nightmare on Elm Street. It's one of my favorite horrors. It's such a great horror, and it's because of Robert Englund that movie got so famous. And also, it was one of Johnny Depp's first horror movies he ever did. He was in that movie when he was really young. So was Jennifer Connelly as well. The cast in that movie was so good. The horror, the creepiness and the quirkiness was great, but the remake they didn't understand, and that's why I hate it. It's one of my worst because it almost made one actor quit acting. It changed around one of horror's most greatest icons. Like, you can't talk about horror without talking about either Freddy or you're talking about Jason. One of those two you have to talk about. But they didn't care. All they saw is dollar signs. That's why I hate it.
Yeah. But so this is coming from the writing team for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
It says, we're pretty excited about our franchise developments with Exorcist and the Ace Ventura franchise. It's noticeable from the 3 million fans chatting on the official Facebook page for Ace Ventura that audiences are clamoring for a third installment. During COVID, audiences have been in love and are thrilled to have beloved characters brought back with new stories. Ace Ventura will see a new day at Amazon as a major motion picture / theatrical with the Sonic the Hedgehog riders. Oh, okay. So we're also getting a theatrical release for it too. So that'll be good. But that's cool. That's cool. It looks like Kerry will be teaming up again with writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller.
Yes, good.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is already filming, meaning Ace Ventura 3 might be Kerry's immediate project after that film wraps. So it's not far away.
Yeah. So he really loves. So, like, again, I'm glad Kerry is tied.
If anything, he's gonna make sure this is good because he's seen the backlash with Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, the backlash for that was horrible.
I mean, look, I didn't mind it.
I didn't even like. I liked the original. That's the problem.
I love the original.
The original's great.
I didn't mind the sequel. It wasn't. I mean, it's got to be better than that Dumb and Dumbest one that was done. That wasn't even those two.
No, it wasn't. It was good. You can't do Jim Carrey with. You can't do Dumb and Dumber with Harry and Lloyd without two main actors. Without Jim Carrey and oh man, I've forgotten his name. I'm terrible. Yeah, I know the actor. He's a great actor. He's an absolutely amazing actor. His name always escapes me, and it sucks.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels. That's it. Yeah, you can't do Dumb and Dumber. I mean, the thing is, you can do Dumb and Dumber, but the thing is, they did Dumb and Dumber 2 with Jim and with Jeff, but the story is what made it terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the backlash from that was warranted because the story was weak. And also, slapstick humor, while it was good in the 90s, it doesn't work in today's modern day because no one really wants slapstick humor anymore.
No, you're right. But at the same time, though, I'm wondering, now that we're in a post-COVID world, maybe it's something that we might need.
I agree. But at the same time, though, time will tell if Ace Ventura is good, if it does a good sequel, or if it's bad.
See, I would love if they brought back Courtney Cox.
That would be. I'd have a field day if they brought back Courtney Cox.
Yeah,
that would be so good. I'd love her to come back.
See, I was always surprised that she didn't come back in the sequel.
Well, the same thing with.
See, was it? Her character wasn't even mentioned, was it, in the sequel?
No, it wasn't.
So I don't know what happened there because we knew at the end of the first movie they were like kind of in a relationship.
Kind of.
Kind
of. Another franchise that is coming back. They did an anniversary for it, 25-year anniversary. It was Happy Gilmore. That was another franchise that's being talked about. They're thinking about. I don't know if they are doing a sequel or not, but
I don't think they're thinking of doing a sequel yet. I mean, I don't want it. And the reason I don't want it is... I actually
want it.
Yeah, but you see, look, dude, Adam Sandler's recent stuff has not been great, so I don't want him to touch
Uncut Gems? Have you seen Uncut Gems? It is by far Adam Sandler's greatest work, and it's not even a comedy. It's a drama, and it's actually nail-biting. It's actually really good.
Is that one of the new Netflix ones?
No, it's not even. I think it's a Netflix one. I'm not too sure. Look, I don't like his Netflix stuff. Okay, 90s Adam Sandler is where I'm at always. Even I like Click. Click. I
love Click, but that was for me. That was his last good movie.
Yeah, the rest he's done. Like
after that was like Jack and Jill.
Jack. We don't talk about Jack and Jill.
And then, there was also
Grown Ups is another one.
Grown Ups was good. That was after Click. But the other one that I do like,
Grown Ups 2,
was a bedtime stories one. I can't remember what it was called.
It was called Bedtime Stories.
Was it just called Bedtime Stories?
It's just called Bedtime Stories. Yeah, I know about that one. Look, I didn't mind that one, but
it was a good because it was done by Disney, so it was actually not bad.
The Ridiculous Six is another one.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that one because the reason why I hated that one is because a lot of the Native Americans who were on set, apparently there was some racial tension between them and the cast.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But do I think that they could do a sequel to Happy Gilmore? I mean, they could. They could easily do it, but it's more of the fact just his recent work just hasn't been great. So I'm going in nervous. Here's the thing. The movie could be good if Sandler doesn't direct. Give me a good director. Yeah. Hell, get the original director. The original director of Happy Gilmore. What's the original director? Actually,
I thought it was him.
Give me a second. Let me check. I'm going to check who the director was. I got my phone here.
Dennis Duggan.
I don't know if he's around anymore. Hang on.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's 74 years old, though.
He could seriously do another movie.
Yeah.
He could seriously do it. Like, dead set. He's... do you know, actually... Do you want to know how old Adam Sandler was when he did Happy Gilmore?
How old?
He was 30 years old when he did it.
Was he? Shit.
And Dennis Duggan was 50. Christopher McDonald was 41. Julia Bowen was 26 years old. I'm trying to find out how old Grandma was. Frances Bay, she was the grandmother. So she
old bag.
Yeah, old bag. So 70. She was 77 when they did the movie. If she would have been alive now, she'd be 102. She died at the age of 92 in 2011.
Yeah. Now, if people don't get with my old bag reference, she was actually in Seinfeld.
Yeah, she was. She was in Seinfeld.
Jerry stole. I think it was some like bakery thing, and he goes, "Shut up, your old bag," and runs off. So that's my old bag nod there. I wasn't just paying her out being an old woman.
There's another. Actually, surprisingly, it's on Netflix. It's an Adam Sandler movie. It's called Halloween Huey. And do you want to know who plays there's a actual Easter egg? A character shows up from Happy Gilmore. It's Ben Stiller's character from Happy Gilmore that looks after his grandma. Yes. It's absolutely hilarious. He even has the same outfit, that terrible mustache. See, the thing is, they could do a sequel to Happy Gilmore. You get the original director. You get Dennis Duggan to come back. You get a lot of the cast to come back. Maybe Happy and maybe Adam Sandler's character and Julie Bowen's character are married, and second tournament's coming back and Judah wants to challenge him. You could do it.
Yeah, you could do. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to another revival that's happening, and that is iCarly.
Yeah, there's so many revival shows.
There is so many revival shows. So pretty much, as we've mentioned on the show previously, Jeanette McCurdy will not be returning as Sam. She's quit acting. So they've had to scramble and find a replacement, and they have.
Yeah, they found a replacement, you were saying.
Yes, they have found a replacement. Just trying to bring it up here.
Yep.
Who they were. But pretty much Carly has got a new roommate, which means, no Sam. Okay, here we are.
Which is a damn shame, but I can understand why, because, the stuff that was happening around the time when iCarly was on, with that terrible man that I will not be saying his name here because I don't want him to know who he is because he's been fired from Nickelodeon because of stuff he done with all those girls on there. And in fact, he was a huge creep.
But it wasn't also just him that forced her into this too. It was also her mother.
And she doesn't talk. And I know, yeah, and Jeanette McCurdy, I don't know, she doesn't really talk to her mother, does she?
No, I don't think so much anymore.
No,
but
not as far as we know. Don't take our word for it. We're just going off report.
So the confirmed cast: so Lacey Mosley will play the role of Harper, Carly's best friend and roommate. So, I mean, they have to mention Sam. They have to mention what the girl was saying. They have to
mention Sam.
You know, and Jaden Triplett is set to take on the role of Millicent, Freddie's snarky and social media savvy stepdaughter. So Freddie is married.
Shit. She's still running like Carly when she's like an adult?
I don't know. Maybe in the show it might be a revival as well.
That would be interesting. That would be cool. Like
that might
the
be
show is being revived inside the show.
Yeah. The show that's being revived will be revived inside the show. That'll be really cool. But yes, that's the so it's start production date. Where is it? Sorry, guys. Okay. Entertainment Tonight reports that the production has already started.
So they've already started production. That'd be good.
Yeah, because I think at this rate it's supposed to be coming at the end of the year.
Oh, cool. That'd be good.
Yeah. So just thought we'd give you guys an update on the whole iCarly situation. But now we're going from another revival to another revival.
Why don't we just call our show the Revival
the Revival Show?
The Revival Show, yeah. Welcome to the Techie Talon Revival Show, everybody. Hello. Oh my God. So what's being revived this time?
So this is continuation on from previous stuff that we've talked about too, but Rugrats reboot. So we're talking about the Rugrats reboot. So they have added voice cast from two of my favorite shows, Veep and The Good Place.
So you were saying to me before that
so Rugrats where the baby's voices stay the same, but the adult's voice changes.
Different.
So we're going to say, but the adults, so the parents have got different voice actors. So playing Dee Dee and Stu, the parents of Tom Pickles will be Ashley Ray Spillers from Vice Principals and Tommy Dwyer from The Mindy Project. And Tony Hale of Arrested Development and Veep will voice Chucky's father, Chaz. Natalie Morales from Dead to Me is voicing Betty. The mother of twins, Phil and Lil, Anna Klumsky and Timothy Simmons, both of Veep, will voice Angelica's parents. Charlotte and Drew, Nicole Byer from Nailed It, and Omar Miller from Ballers are voicing Susie's parents. Lucy and Randy, and finally voicing Grandpa Lou Pickles is Michael McKean from Better Call Saul.
Jeez, they've got a whole new adult voice cast, which is good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the original adult cast, some of them might not even be around anymore, sadly.
I reckon they'll probably be around. I just don't think they're around working anymore.
I think they might either A, might not be interested, or B, they're retired.
I think more of the retirement side.
More of the retirement stuff.
As previously announced, this new take of Rugrats will feature many voice actors reprising their roles from the original series. Returning for this new series are E.G. Daly for Tommy, Nancy Cartwright for Chucky, Cheryl Chase for Angelica, Cree Summer for Susie, and Kath Soisi. I don't know. Don't know how to pronounce her last name, for Phil and Lil. So the original voice actors for the children are staying the same.
Not a lot of people know that Nancy actually voices Chucky.
No, but see, she didn't.
She didn't? I thought
she didn't for originally. A while. No. I've got this mentioned to me through Nostalgia 90s page. No, she came in eventually and voiced him, but she wasn't the original voice actress.
What happened to the original voice actress?
Most people, I think she retired.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, Nancy Cartwright is mostly known for
Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson, but like in the Rugrats universe, is mostly known for
Chucky. Yeah, because and also I really love when people actually meet Nancy in real life and they don't.
Have you seen those videos?
Yeah, when they meet in real life and she literally starts talking as Bart.
Yeah, there was this one that I really liked. I think it was this like scout kid or something like that who was trying, selling cookies or something like that. And so she went up to him and asked him a question. And then she goes, "Do you know who I am?" And he's like, "No, I'm sorry." And then she goes, "Well, hi, I'm Bart Simpson, man. Who the hell are you?" And he just flips his shit.
Because it's her. She's been like, she and the original cast have been voicing The Simpsons for almost 30 years.
It has been 30 years.
Yeah, because
you take onto effect too the Tracy Ullman show.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we've been doing it for such a long time, and I personally, I still like The Simpsons. I know it's gotten a bit.
I haven't really seen any of the new material since season 20.
Yeah, I need to get back.
Actually, that's a lie. I saw one episode recently, and I went, "Ooh."
Yeah,
this wasn't that great of an episode. I was kind of bored, and some of the jokes I'm just missing. But hey, they've been extended for season 33 and season 34.
So obviously,
it's still
popular.
Going.
It's still going. It's like Doctor Who.
But you see, this is what I think they should do. Once it finishes. And we've seen it with Disney Plus now. Do some shorts.
That'd be a good idea.
Like they dropped that Maggie short like last year or something like that, and it was adorable.
They made Maggie talk for the first time.
By the end of it, I think so. But
it was Jodie Foster it was Jodie Foster who voiced her, which is hilarious.
But for most of it, it was just like a silent film.
Yeah.
And it was just adorable. And I'm like, yes, give me more of this. Give me more of this. But no, look, I am thrilled for Rugrats to be returning. I actually don't mind the CGI look of it. I don't normally like the CGI 3D animation these days. The only one that's really pulled it off has been Clone Wars and Rebels for me.
One that actually really annoyed me the most
Blinky Bill and Bananas Pajamas.
Yeah, they butchered them. I grew up
and
on
Bob the Builder now too.
Sorry, these are not like okay. For anybody who does not know, I grew up on not really much Bob the Builder, but Bananas and Pajamas in particular. I love the original actors who played all of them wearing costumes, practical. I love the Blinky Bill movie, the one from the 90s. I don't like the terrible one they made, the most recent one a couple of years back. I love the one from the 90s. When those,
you know what that reminded me more of? And I actually really like this show too. But it reminded me of the Koala Brothers.
Exactly.
That series? See, I really like that series. But I
like that series too.
That was. I mean, I didn't watch it
purely
out of spite. I didn't want to watch this rendition of it.
Yeah, I used to watch the Koala Brothers all the time. I enjoyed it. I liked the animation.
Yeah,
you can't apply that to Blinky Bill. Blinky Bill is iconic.
Yeah,
and changing animation to this. Why do you think no one liked it? Everybody hated it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like.
But no, look, I'm excited. I'm excited for Rugrats reboot. I can't wait. It comes out, I think, the end of this year with Paramount Plus. I think the iCarly show and Rugrats reboot will be probably day one drop.
I'm surprised though that iCarly is coming on Paramount Plus, not on Disney.
Well, it wasn't owned by Disney.
I thought iCarly was owned by Disney.
Nickelodeon, dude.
Oh yes, that's right. It was too. Why was I thinking? Thinking more of like Hannah Montana and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a Nickelodeon show, so it's going to Paramount.
Good. That'd be good. But no, keen to see him. What other revivals have we got, Techie?
Okay, so it's not really a revival, but anyone that's watched the show knows that we are both huge Star Wars fans. But Disney Plus is releasing the original 2D Clone Wars series.
Is that
Disney
the
Plus.
one with like kind of like this? There's like stop animation and like that. Yeah, it was.
Kind of, yeah. It was like the 2D animation.
Yeah, the 2D animation.
It was the Clone Wars before we got the Clone Wars.
Which
that makes
still
sense.
scratch my head. Like they tried out with 2D first, and then they went to 3D. I'm like, okay, what? You're upgrading your polygons a little bit.
Well, see, the thing is that the 3D one was done by Dave Filoni, whereas this one was done by Gendy Tartakovsky. I think his name is. But that's not all. That's not all that we're getting too. We are also getting the 80s Ewok show and movie are swinging to Disney Plus as well.
Caravan of Turrets. No!
So the Star Wars franchise has had an interesting history. This is also coming from Collider. Most of the stuff from tonight, guys, will be from Collider, especially back when the original trilogy was still being released. And that meant we experienced things like the holiday special and Ewoks, the Battle for Endor, and Just Accept Them. Now, though, fans of Star Wars can explore the wacky fun world of the Ewoks franchise on Disney Plus in April. So it's coming out next month.
Sorry, any mention of the Star Wars holiday special? No. Just want to pause this for a second, Techie. We have a question here from Craig King. He's asking, watching The Crow, thoughts? I love The Crow. It's a timeless classic. It's a cult classic. It's Brandon Lee's legacy. I don't know if Techie's seen The Crow. Have you seen The Crow, Techie?
Years ago.
I
haven't watched it recently.
It's iconic. It is a cult classic. It's Brandon Lee's legacy. I've actually met the creator of The Crow. I've met James O'Barr, and I really loved his work. He talked a lot about the movie. My love for this movie is big, so highly can recommend anybody. If anybody has not seen The Crow, watch it. If you can get a copy, watch it. I need to watch it again. I haven't watched it in about 2 years. I usually will try to watch it when I'm just feeling in a good headspace to watch it because it is a timeless classic. Anyway, let's throw it back into Disney Plus with all these 90s stuff that's coming back, all these revivals and these shows that are coming back on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so not just Disney Plus, but yeah, so we've got that coming April as well.
What was that?
Have you watched the 2D Clone Wars?
I've seen a couple of the episodes. I like the one where where Anakin and Ventress are fighting in the forest. That was really good because like you can just see Anakin's descent into the dark side, and you can just feel his raw power. Like, the thing is, when it comes to Anakin and that, before he turned the dark side out, he couldn't beat Dooku. When he gave into a bit of his anger in the start of Revenge of the Sith, he could beat Dooku easily.
Yeah.
Plus, also at that time he was trained. But I'm keen to see this series.
I'm keen to rewatch it. I mean, I've got them on DVD, but that's the thing. I'm really curious to see how they're going to release it. Whether they're going to have it as separate episodes, like it used to be when it was originally, broadcast on TV.
Yeah.
Or are they going to release it the way that the DVDs were, as feature lengths but in 2 parts?
Yeah. If they do it in 2 parts, that would be cool. But at the same time, though, if they release the whole thing, like in one long watching segment, I'll binge it. Yeah. It's like I've got to try and binge all of Clone Wars.
Look, I'm pretty sure, like the 2 DVDs, I think they're only an hour and a half each, so maybe it's 3 hours.
That's pretty good, though. Yeah.
So it's not bad. It's not bad. It didn't last very long because then they released,
the 3D one,
the Dave Filoni
ones, which in hindsight is far superior. I mean, the 2D one was good for its time, but when Dave Filoni came along and literally made this series,
everyone knew that the 3D one with Dave Filoni was far superior.
I mean, he took elements from it. That's why we've got Ventress.
Exactly. He took a lot of elements for it. He took a lot of elements of just Anakin sometimes showing his dark side, showing his anger.
Yeah.
Remember what Yoda said? Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to fear. Fear leads to the dark side.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 steps that lead to the dark side. And we see a lot of those steps happening with Anakin throughout the entire series, right up to season 7, which was the last season. And in the final episode, you finally see his descent. But I really loved how they did that with the end for season 7 with Ahsoka. That was really good. I'm not going to get into spoilers. I know it happened a while ago. But like some people might have seen it. But
it happened like a year ago.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about it.
It's time. You can talk about it.
Good. I think seeing here like Ahsoka hearing Anakin turn to the dark side. The thing
that was actual lines from Revenge of the Sith. I'm pretty sure that they added that.
They added that to that because again, that scene is still so good. I love that scene in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
It is so you just see Anakin protect his master, like he falls to the dark side. Yeah, and like every single 5-year being's like, no, Anakin, don't do it, don't fall the dark side. But do you blame him though? He's lost everything. Like he lost his mother, the fears of losing Padme and his children. He felt like the Jedi were. And here's the thing: the Jedi would know.
Not only that, but he also had the pressure of being the chosen one too.
Yeah, he had the pressure of being the chosen one as well, and also
from a young age.
From a young age. Madeline Powell has said, "Did you say something about the Good Place?"
Yes, we did say something about the Good Place. Going back to the Rugrats, people from the Good Place will be voice cast in that show.
Cool.
But yeah, so that comes out in April. You'll never guess what our next topic is.
What's the next topic, Techie? Go on.
It's another revival talk.
I swear to God. Is it just all the 90s shows that is trying to clean up and just going, we were all back?
You know what's funny? It is from the 90s.
All right. What is it? Am I going to laugh or am I going to get maybe slightly angry?
No, you're going to love this.
All right. What is it?
So, the King of the Hill writer has teased a possible revival of the Mike Judge and Greg Daniels show. Now, Greg Daniels, I'm pretty sure Greg Daniels, let me double check that. He has done 3 of my favorite shows. Sorry, now
4. Okay.
King of the Hill. I love King of the Hill.
I love King of the Hill.
Also, The Office.
Good
Parks
series.
and Recreation.
Good series.
And my newest favorite that I have loved since last year, because it released last year.
Superstore?
No, it's Upload.
Upload. I don't think I watched that one.
That's an Amazon Prime show. It's fantastic. Upload is pretty much, it's a science fiction comedy. And instead of when you die, instead of you
going to heaven,
everything like that, you actually get uploaded to an internet database.
Isn't that the one with Stephen
Robbie Amell? Yeah.
Amell. Is that his brother or his cousin?
I think it's his cousin.
I think so. I'm not sure.
So.
I'm not good. I'll double check that. So
I can't wait for that. If this is true.
If this is true, sign me the heck up, because I've always wanted to see more King of the Hill. It's such a funny series, and it also can be a very serious series as well, especially with this. I love the animation for it. It's not over the top in colors. It's dull in its colors, and it just shows a normal family trying to live in modern day America, especially with the dad literally trying to understand technology. But I know that
especially with the propane.
Also, you can't deny that soundtrack for the intro when the show starts. It's King of the Hill. It's classic.
So, in a recent Reddit AMA, also via Tech Radar, King of the Hill writer producer Brent Forrester said this: "I am sure Greg Daniels and Mike Judge will murder me for sharing this, but hell yes, they are in hot negotiations to bring back King of the Hill. The Trump administration made it suddenly very relevant again. The characters have all aged 15 years. The project is so good." Okay, I've said too much.
So, if we get King of the Hill, does that mean we could get Beavis and Butthead back?
Pretty sure that's been confirmed. They're coming back too.
Oh, yeah, I love Beavis and Butthead. So good. Beavis.
I love it when
Sorry, Beavis and Butthead.
A while ago, so with any AC/DC show, they have like animation at the beginning.
Yeah.
And there was an actual tour where they used Beavis and Butthead as their intro animation.
They did. Jackass had Beavis and Butthead come in intro for number 3, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really cool, and I love that. I've always wanted to see more of Beavis and Butthead because a lot of people just love that series. It's a quirky animation. It's kind of like the Ren and Stimpy show, which is another guilty pleasure of mine, even though it is super over the top and super inappropriate. But Beavis and Butthead, it is funny, and also
so this is coming from Hollywood Reporter back in July 2020, so last year. We are thrilled to be working with Mike Judge and the great team at 3 Arts again as we double down on adult animation at Comedy Central. They have said that we are getting 2 new seasons, and spin-offs at Comedy Central for Beavis and Butthead.
Cool. Keen to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for King of the Hill. I've always appreciated Mike Judge's work. He's a great writer. He's a great director. He's a great voice actor too. Because he's just that good, and I'm keen to see more of him. Like, I'm not the biggest, I haven't really watched a lot of King of the Hill, but I've watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead.
I've got a couple of DVDs of it. I think I've got 1 season or 2 seasons.
I need
to. Actually, might watch it after the show.
I need to actually sit back down, and there's a game that I used to play on PC. Of a Beavis and Butthead game. I'm trying to get it working again. I've just got to try and tinker around finding a good copy of it online. It's an old game from the 90s. It's an old game from early 2000s. So I've got to try and find one that actually can work on my computer. But other than that, keen to see it.
Me too.
I'm ready for, we'll go into game stuff after the break because I need a restroom break because drink this whole freaking pot of coffee here, try to keep me going. But no, keen for a break. Right. We'll get into the game news after because we've got some pretty interesting stuff to talk about. There is a game that I do want to highlight that a lot of people should go check out on YouTube. But we'll talk about more after the break. So tune in, guys, for some gaming news with Talon.
So after the break, we'll finish off my 2 movie news stuff, and then we'll go to your gaming. Sweet,
easy done.
All right, guys, we will be
back.
See
you in 5 minutes, guys.
See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
All right, and we're back, and we are back with some breaking news, actually.
Oh, we got breaking news. What's going
on? So Andrew Garfield's stunt double has been seemingly been hinting that he has been on set of Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh, okay. Now this. Oh my god. Oh.
So, he made a post on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
One of it saying, "Thank you so much for this huge opportunity and for the time to give you gave to this project." And then another post which was challenge of the day with stuntman parkour. I can't read that part because it's been circled. Also not pictured, so and so not pictured because he did the challenge too fast to be filmed. But then he also tags Tom Holland's stunt double in that, which the post has now been deleted.
What's going on, man? If this is true, then those theories that we've been talking about if Garfield's there and his stunt double's there, that means what if Maguire's there?
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure Maguire's been hinting at this for a while too.
They all have. They have to keep so silent about it, especially Holland. I can't trust Holland.
When Holland came out, when Holland came out and he said, "Look, I've read the whole script and nothing's been mentioned in it," I'm like, "Have you read the whole script?
Have you? I mean, for God's sake, he accidentally leaked Far From Home. He leaked the title.
He leaked Far From Home. He leaked the Endgame poster. He leaked a lot of things from Infinity War. He hasn't got a track. He hasn't got a great track record. So
neither does
when he comes out with statements, I'm like, not believing you yet.
I'm not believing a word you're saying because the directors are probably telling you one thing: shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But literally, Kevin Feige looks at Holland. Can you imagine this Kevin Feige just looking at Holland on a set, just looking and going, "Shut up, kid."
No, it's more of a, I know more than you do, and you don't know anything.
I just looks and he's like, I have money. You wouldn't want to know what I can do with this money, don't you, kid?
Come on, little one. Come on.
Pulls out the gun.
But yeah, so that's been that's been the breaking news within the last maybe hour or two.
I'm really hoping. I've said this.
Why make a post and then delete it? Unless you've been told to.
The thing is, I really want Garfield back. I've always wanted Garfield back. I've always said
I loved Garfield.
I loved his first Spider-Man movie. The second one I'm not a big fan of.
I liked him in that. I didn't like Electro, which we are getting. But come on, I mean, it's obvious that he has to come back too, because you can't bring back Jamie Foxx's Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2 and not have him in it. You can't bring back Doc Ock without having
Tobey
him
Maguire.
in it.
Because again,
now the other reason why people are also thinking of this too is because who is directing Doctor Strange 2?
Sam Raimi. And that's actually, is Doctor Strange 2 coming out before No Way Out?
Actually, no, I think it's after.
So we'll get No Way Home first, and then they get Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I think so. So I think No Way Home's supposed to come out at the end of this year.
I think so. They haven't had a release date for it. They haven't had a release date for it, have they?
It was supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out in December. But if they're still shooting, I doubt it highly.
I'm keen to see it.
All right,
I'm keen to see a first trailer whenever we reveal it.
We've got two more movie news, and then I do want to talk about one gaming news.
Sure.
And you'll talk about the others.
Yeah,
so the next movie news that we've got is for stuff to do with Monsters at Work at Disney+. The show will send Mindy Kaling and Bonnie Hunt to the laugh floor. So they have been cast in the new series.
The last floor. So this is like the last floor at the Monsters.
No, laugh floor.
Oh, the last floor. Oh,
Yeah.
so the floor. Oh, okay. So he said
Because,
last floor.
remember it was about scaring, but they actually found it was more to do with laughter that gave him more power. Yeah. So, Kaylee Hunt joined an all-new voice cast that includes Ben Feldman as Taylor Tuskmon, Henry Winkler from Happy Days as Scatterbrain boss Fritz, Lucas Neff from Raising Hope as opportunistic plumber Duncan, Alana Eubuck as Coco, or from Coco, as rule follower Cutter, Stephen Stanton, Star Wars Resistance, as the custodial team Smitty and Needleman, and Aisha Tyler from Archer as Tyler's mum Millie. Returning to reprise the original Monsters Inc. roles are Billy Crystal, John Goodman, John Ratzenberger, Jennifer Tilly, and Bob Peterson as Roz, the twin sister to the iconic character Roz.
Because the original actress that played Roz, didn't she pass away?
I think so.
Because we know,
but they also release character images too. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go and check that out at Disney Plus's Twitter.
Yeah. I'm just glad that John Goodman and Billy Crystal are coming back. I love
for a
John
series too. Yeah, I love
For a
John Goodman too. Still hounding you to watch Community. He's in it for a couple of seasons.
I know he is. Look, I know you had me watch Community. I will watch it. Just when I'm feeling up to it. Like there are series. Like I'm so picky when it comes to my television series.
Community is one of those shows you can just have it on the background. You
Really?
don't have to pay attention. Yeah, it's just a comedy show, dude. Okay. Just have it on the background. You don't really need to really focus. The only ones I really want you to focus on are the paintball episodes because they are hella fun.
All right, I'll check them out.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
But I'm keen to see more. I'm kind of sad that we're not getting Randall, Steve Buscemi's character.
Well, that we know of.
That we know of. Though I would like him to come back. I love Randall. Randall was Randall was funny.
I love Randall. But yeah, that we know of. They might be keeping this hidden.
My favorite thing for Randall was when he gets teleported to the freaking caravan and they start beating him up thinking he's an alligator. The damn alligator! Ah!
Now I'll be honest here. I haven't seen Monsters University yet.
Neither have I. I haven't seen it.
That's one show I need to watch.
Yeah, one movie that you need to watch.
Sorry, movie. Yeah. So I still need to watch that. I know that's a prequel, so I'm keen. I'm keen to see where this goes.
Yeah, I hope it's good because I always love the Monsters Inc. world. I've always enjoyed it. I reckon it's a great world. The first movie is one of my favorites. It's such a great movie. I really hope they do with this get Sully to reconnect with Boo. Really do.
If this is a sequel, you need to reconnect with Boo.
You need to reconnect with Boo. Also, you need to have an older Boo. Like, you can't have a young Boo now because...
Well, here's the thing, though, too. Right? Wasn't Monsters Incorporated the one that was saying that any human child out there is the issue?
Yeah.
So now that what's-his-name's gone and they've proven other things...
That children are actually good.
I wonder if we see Boo there.
I really do too, because having humans,
she doesn't have to age. We don't know how long this is since then. We don't know the time frame.
We don't know how long it took Mike to rebuild the door. Because remember, the door got destroyed, so Mike had to rebuild.
But you see at the end of the movie, and then you see him go in, and you still hear her as a little kid.
Yeah.
So it could take place after that.
Could take place after that. Let's go and see.
Because she's a child, and obviously voiced by an adult, you can still do it. You can still do it.
I cannot stop yawning. My God.
All right, so we'll go to the last movie news. Disney's live-action Peter Pan and Wendy begins principal photography in Vancouver. I forgot about this movie.
Yeah. This is the first I've actually heard of it.
I remember it being announced that we're getting Peter Pan and Wendy, but I forgot that it was a live action.
Is it live action? Who's the cast? Have we got a cast yet?
I'm having a look.
Because I didn't know if we had a cast or not. Hang on, I'm just gonna check that. Hold on.
Jude Law is to play Captain Hook.
Wait, what? Jude Law?
Jude Law.
Huh? Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm double check. And yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy 2021. So all right, so Tinkerbell. Oh, Margot Robbie's playing Tinkerbell.
Is she?
Yes. Alan Tudyk is playing George Darling.
Right.
What the hell? There's two Tinkerbells. What the hell is this? I'm checking the actual Wikipedia. So who's the cast? Cast. Okay, so Alexander Maloney is Peter Pan. Evan Anderson is Wendy Darling. Jude Law is Captain Hook. Yara Shielding as Tinkerbell. Alyssa Wappa, I can't read his last name, is Tiger Lily. Jeffrey Gaffigan is Mr. Smee. Joshua Peckering is John Darling. Jacob Juppy is Michael Darling. Alan Tudyk is George Darling. And Molly Parker as Mary Darling. So that one about Margot being Tinkerbell was not true.
Fake,
exactly.
I was going to say, they must be really tapping into the original Peter Pan story.
This is
Tinkerbell.
Yeah, so this is
coming back from an orgy.
Yeah, development on a live-action Peter Pan film began actually back in 2016, with Lowry being set to write the film alongside Hal Brooks, with the production team expending the next 4 years working on the remake script. So this movie's been in development for 4 years. It was announced January 7th, 2020. It will premiere on the streaming service on Disney Plus in 2022.
Oh, okay, so it's a Disney Plus series.
It's going to be a Disney Plus series, yeah. So, the actor who is coming as Peter Pan, this will be his first film debut as Peter Pan in Peter Pan and Wendy. He was previously cast as the lead in children's animation Claude on Disney Junior. He's also shown playing the son of comedian Ramesh Raghunathan in the Sky sitcom The Reluctant Landlord. He Uwu, the monkey, and Rara, the noisy lion, and Alex. He's basically a kid actor. So his filmography is basically
started in 2017.
Yeah, but his first debut film as his own role is going to be Peter Pan.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. But one thing
I liked the original live action Peter Pan movie too. That was quite good.
Yeah, same.
Probably not the original, but the 2003 one. I didn't see Pan.
No, I don't want to talk about Pan. I hate Pan so much. I really do. It's a terrible film, and I really wish it was awful. It sucks, and I really don't like it. But keen to see what else they do. I'm keen to see what they do with this one. One thing that surprised me, Jude Law as Captain Hook. I remember when they did the musical, and they got Christopher Walken as James Hook.
Yeah.
I'm Christopher Walken, and I'm playing Captain Hook. Ho! Sorry, I love Christopher Walken. There's this series I watch on YouTube where he plays video games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's funny. It's not even Christopher Walken. It's just a voice. It's just some voice actor. It's from Inside Gaming.
Was it deepfake?
No, it wasn't deepfake. It was just a voice. Someone was actually just doing a voice of him playing Skyrim, which is funny. Hello, my name's Christopher Walken, and I play video games. I got a fever, and today I'm playing Skyrim in the Elder Scrolls 4 Skyrim. I think it's Elder Scrolls 4 or 5. No, it's 5. It's 5. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, which is really good. It's a good game. I enjoyed it.
It is a good game.
It's also a really funny video. Check it out when you get a chance, Techie. You'll laugh your ass off. I'll send a link to you.
I'll check it out.
All right,
that's coming out in 2022.
Yeah, and it's got some really good. Yeah, I'm keen to see it.
Now let's move over to gaming. I've got one here for you. So, Tomb Raider won't be getting a new game for its 25th anniversary, but Square Enix is releasing the last 3 main games as a trilogy for a special price. Oh man, I hope they give us a PS5 free upgrade.
They better, because it's Tomb Raider, for God's sake. Tomb Raider
And it better be free.
It better be free.
It better be free.
They
I want
charge for it.
I'm going to come back to this in a second, but I found out Tony Hawk Pro Skater, not a free PS5 upgrade.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Why?
We got to pay $13 Australian for it.
Are you kidding me? For free?
No.
Ah, dude. Most other companies are doing it for free. Why is...
Yeah.
Wait, who's doing...
Activision. Yeah. So I found that out this week because I was like, oh, I got an update for my game. Oh, it must be the PS5 upgrade. Sweet, let me check it out. Oh, no. Fuck. $13.
For those who do not know, I have a deep hatred for Activision. I really do. Because Activision have a problem with making too much money. And also, another thing as well that I found out, did you know they actually fired 200 employees?
Did they?
Yep. And they've had record sales, meaning that Activision is making so much money. They're making millions of dollars. And also, Bobby Kotick, the devil himself, the guy that is the CEO of Activision Blizzard, legit got his salary got a $200 million bonus for just being CEO. He makes so much money that it is that his own executives and his own the own investors, basically the guys that he reports to for financial stuff, are pissed off that he's making too much money. And yet, Activision record sales have been making so much money, and yet they'll fire at least 200 employees.
Yeah.
Because of some ridiculous reason that I cannot remember. I was watching a video about it because it sucks. These people lost their job. Mind you, we're in the middle of a pandemic still. We're still in a pandemic, and this is in the United States of America. The States over there is a goddamn war zone at the moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, so that comes out, so the upgrade comes out on Friday.
And people are gonna pay for it.
I mean, I'm gonna pay for it because I want to try and I want to see what it's like. Yeah, I want to see if when I'm riding my board, if I feel it in my hands with the haptic feedback and everything like that. I want to see how it feels.
Yes, I do.
I mean, $13. It's $13. It beats me going out and rebuying the actual full game. $80 on PS5.
I just think it's ridiculous if they're charging for it. They shouldn't be charging for it.
I know. Unless PlayStation comes out and says, "Hey, we're going to add that to our PlayStation Plus for this month."
Yeah, that'd be good. It's another cool thing as well. I was back to Peter Pan. I was just looking up the actress that's playing Wendy. That's Mila Jovovich's daughter.
Is it?
Yeah, Eva Anderson is Paul W.S. Anderson's daughter.
Oh.
Now, for goodness sake, Paul W.S. Anderson is not filming this movie, thank God, and Mila Jovovich is not in this film because, God forbid, I'm going to say it. I'm not a big fan of any of Paul W.S. Anderson's work. I just think that he can't direct.
Hey. You know who else she is? I'm just looking at IMDb now too. She's also playing a young Natasha Romanoff in Black Widow.
She is? Oh, she is too. Young Natasha Romanoff. She also ironic, she was in Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Of course.
Not surprised by that.
All right, but back to our actual topic that we were talking about before I got sidetracked. So Tomb Raider won't be getting a new game for its 25th anniversary. But Square Enix is releasing the last 3 main games as a trilogy for a special price. But they have been teasing a new game coming, haven't they? And it's taking place after the original PlayStation 1 games, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they have been teasing so much with Tomb Raider. Look, I'm just excited for a 25th anniversary. I'm keen if they do a upgrade for free for PS5. Yeah. But I'm also a little concerned because this is Crystal Dynamics we're talking about, who
made that Avengers game.
Hey, but in saying that though, we did get a free PS5 upgrade with that.
We did. But also another thing as well, this will come up in my gaming news as well. There's been more updates for the Avengers game, and we'll get into those when we get into the gaming news.
Oh yes. We've got like Black Panther.
Yeah, I'll get into that.
So,
I'll get into that. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about we're on that topic now? How about we get into that now?
All right, let's do it. So I'll take over for now. You can sit back, relax in your chair, your tall chair that I do not have because I cannot afford one. But I'll get into it. So let's do some gaming news. Very sad one that you told me about. Gotham Knight has been delayed, which is sucky.
Been delayed till 2022.
Yeah, but at the same time though, if it's more development for the game, that's fine. But at the same time though, I've heard this song and dance before where games have been delayed and they still turn out to be not good.
But I mean, look, in saying that though, I think this time around it's a different reason.
Yeah, different reason. But
this is due to COVID.
Yeah, due to COVID and stuff like that. So 2022, Gotham Knight, really liked the concept. I've always wanted to play I always wanted to play Red Hood and Nightwing that's not directly tied to the Arkham series. And it's supposed to be good. And it's also meant to be that Batman's meant to be dead in this. Yeah. Which I do not believe. I think he's either A, been kidnapped, or B, something's happened to him.
Or he went completely crazy and fucking killed the Joker.
Nice. Could be. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Believe me, I will fucking kill you.
And believe me, I will fucking kill you. Spoilers! But I don't know what spoiler we're talking about, so it's fine.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of fucking hinted at, really, with this weekend.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So, Gotham Knight delayed 2022. Kind of sucky, but hey, more development time. And also, for safety, COVID, stuff like that. Yeah. All right, let's move on. This is going to you for the world. Still in gaming stuff. For those who do not know Jim Sterling, he's a reviewer for the internet from YouTube. He's a big-time reviewer. He reviews a lot of games in that, kind of like with IGN, Angry Joe. Really sad things come out of him. He reviewed a game by possibly one of the worst gaming guys that I've ever seen. I'm going to just bring up this this developer. He goes by the name Gilson B. Pontus. So I'm actually going to screen share so you guys can have a look. I'm going to do my entire screen and I'm going to share with you. I'm going to go to Gilson Pontus. This is coming from heavy.com. So, Jim Sterling, channel under threat of notorious PS4 developer. So, as you can see, Jim Sterling, who now goes by James Stephanie Sterling, so trans non-binary. So, notorious PlayStation developer Gilson B. Pontus is attempting to take down the YouTube channel of independent gamer and games James Stephanie Sterling via fraudulent copyright strikes. Now, when it comes to oh dear, that sucks. To false copyright strikes, it's very serious because you are literally trying to get someone's channel shut down by breaking the law. You're basically breaking copyright, and it's very serious. Pontus, who operates under LGS Productions, is an independent game developer who has released one game a year since 2017 for the PS4 on the PlayStation Store. The games are notorious for the low quality, despite the games costing upwards of $16.99, and many in the gaming community on YouTube have criticized Pontus' games. They are terrible games. I'm not even going to exaggerate. Sterling is one of those critics. While they are most famous for their Jimquisition series, which tackles the biggest concerns in the video game industry every week, they're also done gameplay videos commenting on how bad Pontus games are. In fact, Gilson B. Pontus game has appeared in Sterling's annual, sorry my swearing, top 10 shittiest games of the year, every year since the release of Pontus' first game, Spear of Destiny. As Sterling's described all of Pontus games involving the player running for a long time through a game world benefit of content until they find an enemy and get killed by it in one hit. It's terrible. Their latest game, Rise of Tashagun, Rise of Emperor, Jim Sterling did release a video about it, criticizing it.
And Gilson B. Pontus got extremely angry and literally went on a rampage and did a bunch of copyright strikes. 4 of Sterling's videos have been removed, and he's got 2 copyright strikes. So basically, he made a tweet here. How very interesting. Apparently, legendary, terrible game developer Gilson B. Pontus had a video of mine taken down. There was an update. A third video has now been claimed. So far, it's been included as part of the single track with another video. We're still on paper, 1 claim away from bye-bye time. If you're so inclined, feel free to download anything on the channel. We are now at 4 videos removed and 2 copyright strikes. There is 1 more LGS production review for Gilson B. Pontus to take down. Whether it will trigger the deadly 3rd strike remains to be seen. Now, there has been an update. So there will say to this. Good news. Firstly, YouTube has reinstated some of the videos. Second, Gilson did indeed wait until a new day so he could do the final claim and take my channel down at this time. YouTube has held the complaint until more evidence. So there has been good news on this thing. That there might be some light at the end of the tunnel for the fraudulent copyright strikes that Gilson B. Pontus has put against Jim Sterling. If you guys are not subscribed to Jim Sterling, I recommend it because this is a developer that is actually very famous because this is not the first time he's had to deal with shitty developers. There was another developer that he had to deal with a few years ago by the name of Digital Homicide. They tried to sue him for his criticism on their game, The Slaughtering Ground, which is a blatant, basically a put-together game using it's an asset flip. It's actually a term that Jim came up with, where basically developers get so lazy that they just buy their assets from some storefront, buy the maps and everything, shove it all into a game, shove it all together in a mishmash like a puzzle, and release it and make a game out of it. It's terrible. It's bad, lazy business practice, and I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah. And the Gilson B. Pontus games are no exception. They are all awful. Every single one of them deserves 0 stars. They don't deserve any type of rating. If you want to laugh, go look them up because they are the worst. Especially this new one, Kashigan, Rise of the Emperor. It's trying to copy Ghost of Tsushima, but lazily. And Techie's going to have, I think you're going to have a look right now, Techie, because honestly, you'll have a laugh of how terrible they are. They are some of the worst games that I've ever seen. And they're PS4 exclusives.
I typed up Rise of the Emperor, and the first thing that comes up is Sheev Palpatine.
Of course. Lord Vader. But no, they are really bad. They're terrible, and this developer needs to have his YouTube channel shut down. This is not right. He needs to be sued. And
there's another YouTube person that made a half-an-hour video of it last week. And it's called Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it basically is trying to rip off Ghost of Tsushima because samurai games are big. Sucker Punch have made a brilliant games I really need to get back into. But this developer tried to make freaking a terrible game based off Ghost of Tsushima, and it failed horribly because I don't know how to make a game. But no.
Oh, that looks poorly done.
It is. It's poor. But there is some good updates alongside Jim Sterling. He's actually contacted his lawyers. So this is probably going to be a legal matter. And I think Jim Sterling is actually going to try and sue Gilson B. Pontus, which is good because then that would mean the developers can actually get a counsel. What's the thing? See, Gilson just tried to do fraudulent copyright strikes. He tried to get Jim Sterling channel shut down. Jim's not going to go down. He's not going out without a fight. And this is not the first time that he has been in legal trouble. Jim Sterling was actually sued by another now bankrupt and shut down company called Digital Homicide because he criticized their game. They tried to sue him for $10 million. It failed horribly. There's a video Jim did about it on his channel a few years ago. I highly recommend checking it out. But there you go. Jim Sterling's copyright strike. Some good news.
YouTube is actually on his side. They've reinstated a bunch of his videos. Really hope that he can get through this and not get his channel deleted.
Yeah.
But no, make sure to check it out. All right.
There is a small little thing that I want to talk about quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
I love. I know what you might think. But I loved Disney Infinity.
I did too. It was good.
And I've actually come across this guy on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is called I highly recommend, if you guys were huge fans of Disney Infinity, I highly recommend you to follow this guy on TikTok. I'll tell you why in a minute. His is at Bill Frickin' Roper.
Okay.
Now, who he was actually one of the game developers for Disney Infinity.
Oh, really?
And he's been telling you secrets about things, showing some things that were done but didn't get to release it because they shut down. But he was also saying things that they were halfway through doing Disney Infinity 4.
Yeah, and then they shut down.
And then they shut down. But there are some figures that weren't released that he actually shows off in his TikToks. So if you were a huge fan of Disney Infinity, highly recommend you to go and check it out. I've only stumbled upon him in like the last maybe 3 days or so, and I just can't stop watching some of his content because I was a huge Disney Infinity fan. I actually really loved collecting the figures because they were really well detailed.
I've got a couple of figures that I did repaint. I've packed them away now, but I need to get them out again eventually. But I did like Disney Infinity. I really liked the concept for it. It was really good, but
it was so much better than Skylanders.
Anything is better than Skylanders. I hated how they butchered. Like, remember what they did with Crash in that?
Well, they also brought back Spyro in that too.
I hated how he looked. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyone that was a huge fan, definitely go check out Bill Frickin' Roper on TikTok so you can see some really cool exclusive Disney Infinity stuff.
All right, so let's jump back in. Next thing is a game highlight that I actually want people to go check out. This is an upcoming game. If you guys like Days Gone, I know that Techie really likes Days Gone. He really liked that game because Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is another game that's coming out soon.
Kenobi!
Kenobi! God, it might sound like Cookie Monster. Yeah, Kenobi! God. This game's called The Cookie Jedi.
Keep going. Sorry.
All right. So, this one's called The Day Before. It's an upcoming post-apocalyptic survival horror. Survival horror. It's third person in its open world. It's got some DayZ type of mechanics into it. Watch your food and stuff like that, which is cool. I really liked it. I liked some of the trailers and the gameplay they've released for it. I hope there's more soon because I'm keen to see it.
Yeah.
The infected in this game, because there are because you got to, you're fighting all survivors and that, you literally got to watch your back. The infected in this are not like your show slamming zombies. They run, they sprint, they attack in mobs, they attack in hordes, and if you remember Days Gone, remember when you had to face down a horde?
Oh, dude, that part was difficult, but also fantastic.
The lumber mill was one I have not got to yet.
Yeah.
I have not got that horde yet because I've been told that's probably one of the hardest hordes ever.
Yeah, it is.
I really need to get back into Days Gone. I might get back into it tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check out The Day Before. I will put a link on our Facebook page so you guys can check it out.
It's weird though that it's called The Day Before, but it's actually post it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I don't know why. But, make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel. I'll put a link there. Techie has our little advertisement for our Facebook page. So you make sure you guys go and check it. Yep, subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Techie Talon Show. You'll find all our videos there. Highly recommend it if you want to come watch back our shows. We also have a Spotify.
We might stream some of these games on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely do some streaming on Switch.
I will definitely be streaming Republic Commando on Twitch when it comes out. So
I know. I definitely will stream probably stream the day before when it comes out. I'll probably stream Days Gone as well if you guys are interested. If you guys like Star Wars stuff, if you like post-apocalyptic survival stuff, which is always my favorite type of game.
We'll do Last of Us. I'm currently replaying the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment. So
I've got that game. I need to get back into it and finish it because I've been playing it as well. But I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and also working on stuff. But cool. Make sure you guys check it out. Yeah, let's move on. The next one is going to be the final topic for tonight. The Last of Us series. We've finally got an idea of where the series is going to be based on. It's going to be based on the first game, which we all thought was going to be true, which is cool. But I had to remind you who was cast as Joel. It was freaking.
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian himself.
I know the Mandalorian himself is now playing Joel, and I could not be more excited for this. This is going to be a HBO series, not going to be a HBO Max series. It's going to be a HBO series, and it's going to be based.
There's two things I want him to say in this show. This is the way. He has to say that to Ellie.
Why would he say that? Like, this is the way.
We're going to go this way. This is the way.
This is the way.
And I can either bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold.
I swear to God, if he makes Mandalorian references, I'll be actually happy.
Grogu just shows up out of nowhere.
Kill it! It's an infected! Kill it! It's an infected! It's a clicker!
No, look, I can't wait for this. HBO have been really knocking it out of the park at the moment. I mean, Snyder Cut, which actually I do want to touch on before we go about the newest update on that. Mm-hmm. But the Snyder Cut, Game of Thrones, for me, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
We don't talk about the last season of Game of Thrones. It doesn't exist. No. Mm-hmm. But HBO has been doing really good, and the fact that they're doing a Last of Us series based on the first game, I think that's a good move. Like Dead said, if they had just ignored the first game and then gone straight to the second game, I'd have a problem because you can't ignore the first game. You'd have to do it. Though I am a little concerned as well if they do the second game, how they're going to handle.
They might make it better. They actually might make it make you want to actually go back and revisit The Last of Us 2.
It just can't. I just can't.
I know.
I've talked about this before. I do not like the story for The Last of Us Part 2. I've always said that I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed some of the characters, but the aspect of what Abby did to Joel is bullshit. It's bullshit. Like if you guys have not played a lot,
that they made you play as Abby for
that was the big kicker. Yeah. I actually like Abby. I like her gameplay segments, and I can understand why she did it, but the regret of why just.
It was also the fact that this was built up for so long, and then that's what happens.
Yeah, it was built up.
But in saying that, though, in post-apocalyptic stuff,
it could have been handled better.
It happens. It happens in this post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
These things do happen. But hey, when have they got a release date for that?
No, not as far as I'm aware. I've been keeping an eye on it. Give me a second. Gonna just double check. Let me just do a little research.
All it says is that it was the series.
The series is coming.
That's it. The show will likely air in late 2021 or early 2022. So you know what that means?
What's that mean?
It means we're getting to Naughty Dog.
Yeah, because Uncharted's coming out around that time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be good.
Yeah, it will be.
All right. So So Techie, you had a Snyder Cut update for us.
Yes, my Snyder Cut update is we are getting. So the guys, before anything, this is our last topic for the night. Mm-hmm. But the Snyder Cut, we are getting a Snyder Cut kind of. It's the same movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We are getting a black and white version. It's called
No,
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Justice is Grey.
Justice is grey, so it's all like the colors removed, it's all grey. Like film, like they did that with Mad Max, didn't they?
They've done it with Mad Max. They did it with Logan, and now they're doing it with this. And we mentioned a Wednesday night show. I would love for them to do this for the Batman.
That would be good. Like, do a color version. Absolutely. Do a color version. I would need to play a color version. But at the same time, though, I'd love to see a black and white version. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's coming out soon on HBO Max as well. They actually dropped a little clip for it today, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll double check that. I need to go read that. But keen for a Justice is Grey. That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm keen. I'm going to rewatch it when that comes out. But that's if Binge in Australia gets the Justice is Grey part, which I'm hoping
hope they do. I reckon they will. I reckon they will. We got the Snyder Cut, so of course they're going to do that. That would be good.
Yeah, it's going to boost the numbers up even more if you do that.
Absolutely.
Because it's just going to change the way you view the film. Now, I understand people have been saying, about the aspect ratio, and that's probably these have been some people's reasons why not to watch the movie. But as people have pointed out on social media, you can change the sizing of your TV screen.
You can.
So just do it that way. Just change the way that your screen is if you want it covering up the full screen. But in saying that, though, the reason it's got this aspect ratio was because it was for IMAX. It was filmed for IMAX. Now, if you cut it down and make it boxed like this, you're going to lose half of what you're seeing on screen.
I agree.
So, honestly, guys, just stay with the 4.3. You don't notice it because you're going to be so locked into the movie, you don't care.
I didn't really notice it at all. I was locked into the movie. I enjoyed it. Like, I don't see why people are arguing about it. Like, I literally had an argument today on Facebook about it. I literally said it was a 10 out of 10 for me because I enjoyed it so much. And literally, I had comments from people who literally have been saying, like, a friend of mine, he literally said this. He said, I said, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. He's like, you consider a 4-hour viewing experience a perfect movie with no flaws. And I said, for the filmmaker who went through hell to get this movie made for the fans, yes, I do. Man's daughter died while he was filming back in 2017. This is completely...
this is my issue. This is my issue for people too. My issue is that people go, oh, it's a 4-hour movie. That's very long. Right, but did you enjoy Endgame?
I enjoyed it. It was amazing.
Because that's a 3-hour or 3.5-hour movie. But why are you complaining about this? I don't understand your logic. You're happy to do that for this movie. What's the difference for this movie? But yeah. But anyway, guys, that is the end of our show. Hope you have a great night. Stay safe, especially if you are in New South Wales or
it is very
currently in Brisbane. It's flooding. So stay safe out there, guys.
Wet.
Don't drive in flooded waters, obviously. So stay safe.
Stay safe, guys.
We were going to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but we might actually wait till maybe midweek to talk about it this week.
Probably, yeah, because it is really late. I'm tired, and
it's really late, and it's also. I'll briefly say, for me, it was kind of slow.
Yes, it was okay,
but. Maybe we might just wait and do a longer episode on Saturday. That way we've got two episodes to talk about. And it kind of sets everything up. Yeah, so we'll do it on Saturday, guys. So the Disney Plus recap show will be back next Saturday. We didn't do it this weekend, but we did the Snyder Cut talk instead. Really cool. In the meantime, you can go and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at the Techie Talon Show. Also, follow us on Facebook if you aren't already. If you're watching through YouTube or Twitch, go follow us on Facebook at the Techie Talon Show. Go follow our Spotify where you can find exclusive spoiler talks for the Disney Plus recap show on our Spotify at the Techie Talon Show. Same with our Instagram. Nothing really gets posted much there at the moment. It's just kind of letting you guys know that we're about to go live.
Yeah.
But go follow us.
Yep.
Same with our Twitter. Go follow us at Talon_show and follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch at the Techie Talon Show, which we will start streaming games in the few weeks, I think. I think maybe Republic Commando might be the first game we might stream.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, so in the end, that's it, guys. This is the end of the show. We hope you have a great night. Stay safe. And we'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Until then, see you Saturday. Techie out.
Talon out.